Hello and welcome to another episode of Battle for Middle-earth 2, Two Towers Are Not Enough, and in this one we've got a kick-ass episode where we are on a 6-player map between myself, Jimbo, and up here that's Bilbo Bags, that's old Lewis, that's Isengard, and then Gaz, who got fed up of being dwarf, so decided to be Isengard again over here, and then down here we have old Carlo. Ooh, Wargarinos, some Wargarinos. Okay, right, and then we have Ryan. What's going on here, eh? Starting off with Cav. This is awfully aggressive. I'm not quite sure why this has already finished and this one has not even started yet. Maybe you can explain that one, Ryan. Ryan, thank you. Here's one that's already been completed, 76% done. Jackson, hot off the mark. Right. Me, on the other hand, already built them, so yeah, there you go. Right. Lutz. He is after this. Probably a good shout. Get some extra cash. See what's cracking. Interesting. Lewis went for the murder of crows. Right, so let's see what he can see then, because I think that he must be the first one, surely. You can see that, right? Jesus. See, what the fuck? I didn't realise it was this much range. You can almost see into fucking Jackson's base. What the shit is this? I didn't realise it was going to be this much. I thought maybe it would be sort of like here-ish, and then maybe everything over here you could sort of see. I didn't realise it was literally that much of a pull your pants down. I mean, jeez, why even bother with Palantir? You don't need it. You can see the whole fucking map. Oh my god. Alright. Okay. Gaz, peppering up the cave troll. He's done a good job. He's over here. He's going to get that Kazash. But I'm sure Lewis can now see that because of his ridiculous vision over here. Alright, he's got the murder of crow. I must be the only one who hasn't got the ability to be able to see everything on the map. So what can Carl see? Alright, Carl can see absolutely everything of what Gaz is doing. If Gaz picks his nose, Carl can see it. And he can see even more of Ryan. I don't know, that seems a bit overpowered to me, I think. That seems a bit unfair. Ooh. Yeah, it might be a good idea to get these things out of here. And this is where some pikeys is probably more valuable here, I think. Right, Boromir. Right, he's there. Interesting. Okie dokie. Right, well those horses are now doomed. Doomed. Well, they did hardly any damage there. I wouldn't go after him if I were you. You're not going to win that battle. But Ryan goes after him anyway. I think this is provoking something here, Ryan, because like these wargs are going to crush these guys, but these guys can't crush these guys. So, pretty pointless. I would use these guys as like harassing. So even Carl doesn't want to get involved here. Even Carl doesn't want to get involved. Oh god, Ryan's going back for more. Ryan's going back for more. He's like, you want some, do ya? You want some? He's going straight in. Ryan's like, fuck it. Oh no, I would have trampled these guys, man. Oh, go on, please, Ryan, please, for the love of God. Oh, thank you, Jesus. God, those guys died all to a man, not one left. Sweet Jesus. And the same thing happened to these guys. Fucking hell, that's terrible. Alright, Boromir pushing over here. But he doesn't want to get stuck in just yet. Oh no. Right. Oh, what's Jackson doing? Jackson's getting stuck in on the white. Jackson, I'm surprised. You know that they can't take out the white unless it's just archers. And it's a shame I didn't attack him right there. Well, he would have been able to take him to the cleaners at that point. Clumpty Dumpty in a couple of these buildings. Good night. Alright. 3 platoons of pikeys. They can solve anything. Lewis going around with Lurtz by himself. I do not recommend having heroes wandering aimlessly around the map by themselves, because then that means they are prone to getting what I like to call fucked. Please learn this one, boys. Right, Carl going across the map with his little wargies and some pikeys, interestingly enough. That's interesting. Carl doesn't want to go with the pikey formation. He hasn't even got any siege. Who is this guy? This isn't Carl. He's been replaced by a T-1000. This isn't Carl. Carl's usually straight onto the siege. 10 ballistas, shitload of pikeys. Fuck everybody up. Right, loads of these. Interesting. It's very ranger heavy. Very ranger heavy. Right, I got my troops. Right, it seems to be going on over here. Oh, God almighty. Oh. You're running a risk there, Lewis. You're really running a risk. Oh, and Gaz is making the pincer movement. Ah, oh, but he sees it and he's got to get out of it. But no, he's gone the wrong way. Oh. Oh, boy. Oh, man. God, too bad he doesn't have the... Oh, he does have the cripple strike. Gaz, why didn't you put the cripple strike on him? Gaz! Gaz! Oh, he's bringing in the berserkers, but they went... Lewis, they went in the wrong way, I think, here, man. Because, like, this was where all the... I mean, you were sort of dragging them right to where they were arriving. I think this would have worked if you had sort of had Lurtz around here and they were sort of slowly getting him to death, but then the berserkers came from here. I think that might have done it. Right, so where else are these? Oh, no. He thought to himself, hey, why not? Use the Palantir, Lou, I think. Use the Palantir just to make sure. Not often that Carl has the wargs, that's for sure. You never know, you could always sucker punch. So it's a bit of a gamble, but why not? Might not work this time. But I kind of like that they kind of went on over here. You never know, you could have caught Carl in the middle of something here. He could have been really fishing, and you could have sucker punched him there. So you never know. Right, Gaz. Armed to the teeth, with nothing but pikes. And there we go. I was trying to get like the health on these things, but level 10. I guess not. Right, he's putting up the towers, early towers. I sort of have these troops up along here, I think, to protect this tower. Ents coming out. There's one thing I know about Ents, is they're fucking useless. Interesting. Only health 1400, a ballista has 2000. Right, Ryan. Going back out here. Carl doesn't like it. Carl doesn't like it. He's launching an assault. Now, I don't like this either, that heroes go in by themselves unless you're okay with them getting smoked. But, yeah, hi-ho. This is where you got to transition. You've got to have a barracks. You've got to have a barracks. If you see him going around with loads of wargs and pikeys, you also need to have pikeys and probably some swordsmen to be able to deal with these pikeys. unless you're just going to go and harass. But you can't get these guys involved in this stuff, you know. They've got to be going over here, taking out furnaces and all that sort of stuff, all that good stuff. Alright, what am I doing? I'm just chilling. Just chilling. Probably shouldn't have gone with Ents because they were absolutely pathetic. One thing I can see for sure is that soon I am going to go up against Jackson here. Jackson's probably got double the amount of farm space that I have. I think that's not really fair, is it? Look at all this space down here. Alright. Lovely jubbly. Getting involved. Getting involved. Right. Lewis, over here. Right, Lurtz coming in. Now, the interesting thing is both of them can see everything about each other. So Lewis can see everything about Gaz, and Gaz can see everything about Lewis. How the hell did he get away from that? Oh, he doesn't have the cripple strike yet. Could have kept him in place there. How did he walk into all these pikes and then just walk out and only take that much damage? I don't know. Yeah, Lewis maybe got robbed on that one, mate. Right. Carl, what are you doing here? Now this looks like... Now this is a good position. Good position by Ryan here. Ah, nice trample damage. Very nice here, Ryan. This is definitely a difficult position here. Got to target these pikeys. Get rid of the pikeys. That's it. And then you can surround Lurtz. There we go. Right, now you can get Theoden involved, that's for sure, because even if you've got Theoden about here, everyone gets plus 50%. Even the guys in this tower get plus 50%. It's really after him. It's really after him. Wants to do him in. Not going well. Not doing quite as much damage as I would have thought. Theoden should be able to take him out. I think he's going to lose him. He lost him. So he's one there, but he's got these coming in here. The old Wildmen coming in too. Lewis and Gaz fighting. Pikey versus Pikey. All I see are needles everywhere, all over the screen. Lewis putting up a defensive position here. Is it going to be good enough? Has he got crossbowmen to be able to come in here and be able to put into the tower? But he's already retreating. He's retreating, but he's got a tower being here. This is easy for Gaz to be able to clump and take this out. But Gaz is the first one to bring out the siege. He is the first one to bring out siege. Right. Over here. Theoden and a couple of these guys. Right. Interesting. This is not looking good. This is not looking good. Ballista. Carl. You know you can't keep Carl away from the old ballistas. They're coming out whether you like it or not. Right. Interesting. Over here. I got a bit bored and thought, yeah, I want to get involved. So I was just going to throw my force in and just see what happens. I had no idea who was south of me. I just thought, yeah, I'm just going to go in and see what happens. So, here we are. Right. Rangers with fire arrows. Probably not a good recipe with Ents, that's for sure. But I don't think Jackson needed to worry about my Ents too much, to be fair, because look at the poor damage this thing does. That little speck right there. That's what it did. Ooh. Right, now he brought out Aragon at the right time. So basically about 15 minutes later I might be able to get this thing down to yellow. So, yeah, not good. Not good. These troops not doing very well at all. The Rangers making very short work of all of these archers over here. And obviously if you've got Aragon on the field, then you can always feel a hell of a lot better. Right, he's got Boromir as well, doing the old horn. So yes, not good. Definitely unprepared, I think, when I went in there. And the thing is with elves is obviously when you're up against Jackson, certainly got a lot more resources than I do. So let's have a looky. What have I got? 2 grand, and I'm about to spend all of it. That's how everyone's doing. 284 out of 65. Feels like he's got a lot more than that. So yeah, not doing too good. This was not a good idea. And he comes out with the trebuchets, the old cheap trebuchets, and I've got bugger all to come out. Because even though these troops do come out, they're not upgraded and they're not really going to help. They're not going to be good enough against what's coming. But anyway, there's a fight to the death going on over here. Pikeys coming out all over the place. Gaz making a counter-offensive. And it's a strong counter-offensive. But now Gaz can bring in the ballistas to back it up. Could be devastating. Gaz has got another ballista over here. Pretty good idea to be able to put the ballistas in 2 different spots. Nothing but pikes and swordsmen all over the shop. Plus 50% from old Lurtsy boy. And now Lewis is a little bit on the defensive here from 2 different areas right here. So this is good play by Gaz. Very, very good play. He's really going in there. Now he can push in. Right, what's going on over here? Over here. Right, Carl. Putting the pressure on old Ryan here. This is very difficult. I think Ryan's unable to really get any farm space. The ballistas are coming out. And once the ballistas are out and I don't see any troops anywhere, there's just... what the hell can you do? I mean, Theoden's running around in his little horsey. But what can you do? Over there. He has decided to counter-attack. He has got a trebuchet. Now we all know, what's that? Health 2000 and another one. This is going to be very, very difficult for me to be able to get to without any upgrades whatsoever, with only these troops right here. So this is a very, very difficult position that I put myself in. To be fair, even if I didn't attack Jackson, I think Jackson probably just could have walked in and that it still would have been the same outcome, to be fair. Yeah, when you got Aragorn, Boromir and all these rangers with fire arrows and stuff like that, there's just no chance. And obviously look at this. Man, these guys are doing their best to try. They're not even making a dent on this thing. Not even making a dent. And therefore, like, they're all toast. And what can you do? So yes, as the discussion rages about Siege being absolutely impossible to be able to beat, which is a bit unfair. Yeah, I think there is a bit of credence with that as well, because it is kind of a tactic, isn't it? Especially against other factions that don't have any siege. Because if I had rocked in there with 4 trebuchets against Jackson, I don't think his fortress would still be standing, and this would be a very different game. But that's something we just got to address maybe when we get to Rise of the Witch King. Okay, over here, Gaz, now in a position to clump old Lewis. Lewis is in a difficult position here. Lutz has been able to get 1 ballista, but it's still too late. I think the wrong guys came out there. I think you needed more crossbowmen there. Crossbowmen to be able to take them all out. But to be fair, I'm probably picking hairs there. I think it's already done. It's very, very difficult. So let's see down here. Ryan's still able to go ahead. Ryan's fighting on empty down here. Ryan, gotta get some more farms, mate. Farms. And especially down here as well, seeing as Jackson has not decided to attack you. This is prime space. You could have fitted like quite a few down here. So I think this is definitely an area. I think Carl's probably like taking it easy. But I think obviously down here you can see what Lewis has obviously done. Sorry Lewis, I didn't manage to catch that, but it looks as if he got berserkered. So there were berserkers all over the shop. There were berserkers here, here. So Lewis might have lost his fortress, but the end is not here just yet. Gaz is being put in a very difficult position, and I'm pretty sure Carl, with his little murderer crows here, can see exactly what's going on here. He can see that his neighbour is being squashed, and he doesn't even have to do anything, and he's being squashed by another guy who's about to get sent out as well. So over here, these troops, yeah, I pretty much gave up at this point, but I thought, well, you know, fuck it. So, but yes, 4 trebuchets. There's no way you're getting out of that, that's for sure. So, yes, well played, well played. That's still alive? But I'd try and get these trebuchets. Well, Now, why is it that these things are all moving around, and these things have like, and now they start to move? You know what I mean? Like that, those horses got there. It should have been able to do quite a bit of damage. They moved, and then the horses just stood there. Bit silly. Yeah, I just can quit. That was it. I'm out. Okay, so Gaz and Lewis fighting to the death, literally. And Carl's just sitting here thinking, yep, done all my work. Cheers. Ryan, how much money have you got, Ryan? 528, right. Well, that's enough for almost 2 farms. So I think that probably would be a good idea. Oh, God. Don't build farms next to the person who's always attacking you. Build it over here, where it's a bit quieter. That sort of thing. You need this money. Right. Lewis, trying to stay in this game. He's thinking if he gets maybe to stay in the game for 20 minutes and everyone leaves him alone, maybe he can just ballista someone to death. I like that random orc labourer standing behind a little tree there. But Gaz has really been able to pull it out here. And Gaz is building another fortress. Fair play. Gaz is getting back into this game. I'll tell you what, Gaz, you know what might have been a bit better, mate, is to actually have built your fortress here in Lewis's base. Because if you know that Carl can see you, and you can see him, and he can see you, then you might as well build somewhere else. And then Carl will sort of wonder like, oh, well, Gaz must be destroyed or something like that. And then he can get out of here. So, yeah, you know, just a thought, just a thought. Right. Jackson moving his force ever closer now. No, Jackson, it's a pretty good idea to get some good farm space in there. Build away, my son. Build away. Blimey, being butchered. Butchered everywhere. Gaz is not relenting, but he's got a force here just in case Carl decides to get involved. But it's not really much of a force if Carl comes in with all the upgrades. But he hasn't got the upgrades just yet. He hasn't got the upgrades just yet, but he's got 3 ballistas. He's got 3 ballistas. Theoden antagonizing Carl. And Carl thinking, I'm just going to wall this area off. Pretty good area. See, Ryan, like, if you're not ready to be able to strike someone, Ryan, don't piss him off. Although, to be fair, at this point, it didn't matter because Jackson was just going to go this way, and there was little else you could have actually done about it. Look at the damage. Yeah, I wish my Ents did this. Jesus. Or even half of that. Right, Aragorn, level 8. It's not what you want to see. It's just not what you want to see. Alright. Now, I wonder if... Well, I mean... The trebuchets can make short work of this, that's for sure. But it does stop melee units from going in. Now, I wonder... Because I'll tell you what, Carl, if I were you... It's a good point, yeah... Can you see what's going on? Can Carl see what's going on? Right, Ryan's out. Now he can see. And now he's going the other way. Interesting. This is interesting. 2 Trebors and a load of tower guards. Not too bad, I think, because Jackson could see everything I was doing. Yeah, you can probably see that. Alright, he's getting some troops, berserkers. Not sure if you needed to make one there, Lewis. I think just keeping your shit here, I think, and maybe a couple of furnaces and a lumber mill or something like that. Just keeping out of the way for as long as you possibly can. I don't know, have you not got another builder? Everything's destroyed. Everything is destroyed. Right, so Gaz is actually now in a pretty good position. He's getting the upgrades. He's got enough ballistas here. I probably would like to see a few more of these, I think, Gaz. And maybe even some Cav. Possibly a Saruman, I think would be a pretty good idea. See, Carl's walling himself in here. He just doesn't want to get struck this way. Now, I don't think you're ready just yet, I think, Gaz. I think you've got to wait for these upgrades first. Maybe space them out a little bit more just in case. You don't want to get watched or anything like that. Now, there is a bit of a lull in the fighting here. This is interesting. I don't know why, only Jackson can answer as to why he decided to send absolutely everything he had up to take out Lewis's 1 or 2 barracks. I think it might have been a bit overkill. Surely one of you guys must have used Palantir or something like that and thought maybe now's a good time to get stuck in or some shit like that. That would, you know, when you move all of your force all at once, and it's a very slow and cumbersome sort of force, yeah, very powerful. You don't want to get involved in this, that's for sure. But you know, Jackson's leaving himself very, very open here. Very, very open. I tell you what, like 5 or 6 berserkers or something like that beforehand, before these guys were coming back, would have been good night. More builders. More builders. Right. Now, the great doom of our time. More and more pikeys. Right, now this is the thing, because Carl is now pushing up here, which is pretty smart. But then he's already got a little bit of land right here where he can actually assault right here. The best thing he probably could have done here is, because you've got enough ballistas, Gaz, is to have all 4 of these ones targeting 1 ballista at a time and then just take them out. So you're winning this battle, but these things are just shooting aimlessly. They're not really shooting at the right stuff. Have the ballistas shooting the other ballistas. Right, so he's done the Watcher. It would have been better about here or something like that, wouldn't it? Yeah, yeah, because now the Watcher's here, you can't even send your troops here to be able to take out the Watcher. Right, here we go, now you've done it. Set the ballistas here to assault the other ballistas. There we go, and now it's going down pretty quick, isn't it? Here we go, here we go. Right, Lewis has been defeated. Jackson sitting pretty on the left side of the map. He's wondering, who do I go for first? What is going on? Is he going to use... he hasn't used the ivory tower just yet, but if he can have a look. Right. Gaz, move him up, move him up, move him up. Come on, let's go. This is... oh, Gaz, you've got such a good opportunity here. You've got to move this up, mate. There we go. Go, 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 go. Please tell me you've got like a wildman or something like that. Right, he's got alerts there. I'll tell you what would really help you here if you had him, would be Saruman. A nice little wizard blast and a fireball or something like that would basically take out all of these troops right here. Is he getting the upgrades? Have you got the upgrades yet? The upgrades would really help here. It would really, really help. He doesn't have any wargs, but he's getting wargs now, but he's getting very, very ballista heavy. But if you strike him before he strikes you... more troops. More troops. They've got to go. They've got to go. Set the rally point here. Set the rally point. So this is in essence what Carl is doing to you. He's basically using his ballistas to target your ballistas, and it's working pretty well. So I think you were very close here, Gaz. I think you sort of had half your troops here, and then they got butchered, and then the other half came in, and then they got butchered. So if you had sent them all at the same time, it would have been better. A nice Saruman in there to be able to take these guys out. You know, you got level 10 pikes here. You know, if they had the upgrades, that would have been very different. That is very, very close. That is a good counter. That is a bit unlucky. That is a bit unlucky. Carl is quite fortunate. Right. Yeah, I need more. I think, yeah, this is the thing. I think this is the thing. This is why Carl's very effective here, because he can outproduce a lot of people with all of these. Like they're always producing troops all the time. So he might lose battles, but he'll win the battle in future or something like that. He'll eventually get there. Right, what's going on over here? Jackson picking his nose. But he's decided, he's moving his entire force. He's very lucky one of the opposition doesn't have like Army of the Dead. But oh well, let me get my beer. Right. Well-placed dragon strike, perhaps. Nice dragon right here. Kill them all. Right. So, yeah, the difference is here. I think when Gaz and Carl started here, they were both pretty much equal. And I think Gaz had the drop on Carl, and Carl sort of lost the first battle. Gaz countered, but then Carl's counterattack and defense was very, very good. And now he's coming out with this, and I think this is the thing. Like, Carl just came out with shitloads of troops. No more than what he had before, but he's basically got the same troops he had before, but Gaz, like, you didn't recreate the troops as fast as he did. And now, yeah, this is game over right here. There's nothing you can do here. These things are going to destroy your shit quicker than anything you can do. And look at Lurtz here. Lurtz is taking out, look how many he takes out. That's crazy. Yeah. Yeah, I agree that ballistas are definitely overpowered, but there's absolutely zero you could have done in that sort of space of time, because they were already shooting at it before these guys actually got here. Yeah, that no matter what patch we're on, that would always be the same outcome, without a doubt. Look at all these fives going up here. You can see they're all getting murdered. Like, these guys are shooting them. They're being butchered to a man here. There's nothing you can do. If you're going to attack someone, you've got to follow it up with another attack. By the moment your forces are destroyed, another force needs to be ready to go. Carl did exactly that. So good defense to Carl. Good defensive play and counter-attacking play by Carl. But outside of Carl's control here is this force right here. So there's not really much you can do about this one, Carl. I think when you've got somebody who's been sitting on the other side of the map, taken me out, got the power points, got all the upgrades, got all the money, it's very difficult, because even Carl's in a good position here, but against someone who's got twice the resources that he has and owns half the map, it becomes extremely difficult to be able to do. Right. Oh, yes. Oh, Carl. Oh, that's beautiful. Look at that. A well-placed dragon. What's he firing at? Fire at something. Right, he gets two of them. He gets two of them. He's got to send the wargs over here. Got to send the wargs over here. Go on, Carl. Go on, Carl. Get these buggers. It's very far away, but it's very fragile. All it takes is one hit. Where did the wargs go? Oh, he's done the zapper, but he's only got two of them. Oh, where did the wargs go? Was it a... I couldn't see. Maybe it was an arrow volley or something like that. Oh, that is so unfair. Unlucky, Carl. That put you in a sticky position there. That is a sticky position. Army of the Dead. Army of the Dead versus the Dragon. The Dragon does kill Army of the Dead. Yeah, there was a platoon there, I think, that got killed. Interesting. Maybe it's one at a time or something like that. I think there was 2 platoons that got smoked there. Army of the Dead comes in and basically it's game over. It's game over. What can you do? Gaz holding out. Holding out. He's only got siege works left. And a fortress being built. Getting Lurtz out of there. Best thing you could have done, really. I think that's pretty much how most of these games really won, to be honest. I mean, Karl was in the process of getting Gaz, and then, whilst all of his forces were out, Jackson decided to mosey on in. And I think at this sort of stage, that's pretty much the only way in which you're going to win this game. So, interesting. Alright, so now it's basically just picking up, cleaning up all the little pieces, making sure, I guess, taking care of all of these level 3 furnaces and things like that. Get rid of all these things here. Make sure that they can't come back into the game. Where's he going? Where are you going, Jackson? There's no one up here. A secret base up here on the top of the map. You never know. You never know. Right. Is he on the ivory tower yet? No, he hasn't done the ivory tower yet. Ah, look at it. Did you see that? Player units in the map gain plus 10% speed. I never knew that. So that means that these guys are 10% faster. And even their, I guess their heroes and cavalry and whatnot, they're all a lot faster. That's amazing. Right, now Karl is still producing troops like Billio. They're still coming out. But Jackson's effectively destroying them all, building by building, making sure that he doesn't have anything left. Karl sending the remainder of his force up here. I think Karl is determined to finish off Gaz in order to come second in the game. I personally don't care about coming second. For me, you're either first or you're last, but it doesn't matter. Right. Aragorn, level 10. Is there anything more dangerous? Right. Karl doesn't care. He's only got like... What's he got left? Well, like a couple of barracks maybe. Oh god. Well, I mean Jackson saw it as well, so he decided to move up too. Not quite sure if Karl really needed the help there, but yeah, I don't think that Karl needed to do that, but maybe Karl didn't know that Jackson had another force over here too. I mean, Jackson has to split his forces up in order to make sure that he gets everybody. Base is very, yeah, you know, he's got the, yeah, I guess you can't really release the boiling oil if you've got berserkers around it, but, alright, Gaz is out the game. Rohirrim on these guys. It's going down. They're all going down. Cavalry on siege. That's the best way to do it. But looking at what Karl has, it's an uphill struggle. But he's got a fortress coming back. I think it's we all like a good comeback, that's for sure, but I think this one might be a step too far. Are you cancelling everything? Oh god damn it, Karl, we have got to put a fucking stop to that shit. Right. Anyway, Well played to Jackson for winning the game, and yep, some interesting play there. Some battles were won, but the war was lost, unless you're Jackson. But yes, well played. Catch you on the next one, boys.
Well done. Well done.